vegan. I make a kale apple juice today with the celery too. A lot of apples today and a good amount of kale, but more apples, definitely apple juice. Yeah, show you my ingredients in a moment. Before I want to say something about my juice fasting. That's once a week, and on this day, like today, I only drink juices. I mean, I don't eat. Yeah, I drink water, tea, coffee, everything, but big part is juices, and I make a new recipe every time I fast, and it's a whole day. The night before and the night after, of course, naturally. We don't eat at night usually, because then digestion rests and we can regenerate. That's very nice. And important also for these fasting days is it's a special kind of fasting. It's not just you fast. Yeah, you must be. Gentle juice fasting it's called. Yeah, and that comes from TriYoga, and that is the yoga of the flow. Yeah, the flow has been introduced into yoga, the yoga world, in 1980 by Kali Ray. Her name is Yogini Kaliji. She's renowned all over the world. Many countries, and for introducing the flow into yoga. Yeah. Now everybody does the flow, but it comes originally from TriYoga, and the specialty of TriYoga is that it is a systematic approach. Yeah. You can learn step by step in a systematic way to flow, and that is for every moment, not only on the yoga mat. Part of this is also the fasting, the gentle juice fasting. It has to be in the flow. That means it has to be non-violent. Yeah. A flow is usually non-violent. Yeah, that's the prerequisite for a flow. Yeah, you cannot use violence. Then you cannot guarantee that you're in the flow. Yeah, you don't know, but you want to make sure. There is we don't take chances here. We want to make sure with violence, with non-violence, we always try to live a non-violent lifestyle, and that even expands to the thoughts. Yeah? Thoughts in general come from the mind, and when we use our mind in a systematic way, yeah, we do it with reason. Yeah? And reason is the opposite, sometimes many understand, as from intuition. Intuition is the feeling. We do it from the feeling, and reason is the systematic approach. And we better understand what intuition is and what reason is when we understand that the reason is that's the reason for reason is that we systematically approach intuition. So everybody can learn to access their intuition, to open itself to intuition, which is, by the way, the natural state of the mind. We all by nature are intuitive. We are by nature, our mind is meditative. It is a calm, peaceful state of mind. That is our nature. Happiness is our nature, our very nature. But sometimes we have obstacles. We have wrong thoughts, for example, yeah, because we don't know the solution, and so we use violence, and then we are out of the flow. Can happen. So to avoid that, to avoid wrong thoughts, we use our reason to go back to that natural state. So, and that is important to understand that reason by itself is non-violent. Yeah? And that's why positive thinking is not just an esoteric pipe dream. No, it's a logical necessity. We have to think positive. Or if we want to have a negative thought, like this is wrong, like eating meat is wrong from animals, eating is wrong, then it has to be necessary to think that. A negative thought that is not necessary by proof is wrong by itself. So that's what I wanted to explain today, that not only our actions outside of the body can be non-violent, also our reason entirely is non-violent. And if we use it in the right way, we use it in the flow, non-violently, to access our intuition. Now, I make the recipe here today, like every week, make a new recipe. And here too, I go intuitively, yeah? But I have a systematic approach. I begin with 3 ingredients. It's a simple method, just a letter. It brings me more and more up to my intuition. Yeah? I don't need the method to cook, But to learn it, yeah, it's easy to use the method. My method is here, take 3, for example. I have talked in other videos about it, not so important now. But for example here, I know I want to make a green juice. Yeah? Kale, yeah, that's my green today. And it's a beautiful vegetable, you see. It's a leafy green, and it's the most nutrient dense leafy green there is at all. This is kale. No other leafy green is as nutrient dense as this. You don't find anyone. So far I didn't. So it's not in the listing. You find the kale is the highest. But it can taste bitter. And for that we use usually some fruit. And apple, yeah, is a very balanced fruit. I have a lot of apple here. You see that 3, 4, 5 apples. I don't know. I didn't count them here. And I cut them into pieces that go into the juicer. So basically it's an apple juice, because the kale juice wouldn't be delicious, would not be in the flow, it wouldn't make me happy. And I have a little bit more green today, and that is celery. It's a new variation. Yeah, I did already the kale apple juice, but today I add some savory flavor, and that is the celery. And I think it is possible to do that, not too much, because celery is very healthy too, can taste a little bit salty, and then you can spoil the recipes, the flavors, when salty doesn't fit. But I guess with kale together it might fit. It's a classical with celery cucumber juice with apples is a classic, and maybe I thought if it goes with apples, maybe it goes with kale and apples. And to refine it, I have lemons and ginger. As I have a lot of apples here, I have a lot of lemon, 1 or 2 lemon here, and a lot of ginger too. Yeah, the more fruit you use, the more lemon and ginger to refine can be used too. And I don't know if I will have to use, or I can use, some lemon peel that might add a wonderful flavor, because we are having here we have strong flavors. The celery is a very strong flavor, the kale is a very strong flavor, so maybe the lemon peel is an option. I will try that. But until then, I will make the juice, come back in a moment and tell you how much lemon peel at all I used and how much ginger and how much lemon went in. So in a moment I'll be back. My green juice is ready, and it's a different juice than from soft fruit like pears. This is apples and kale, a very light juice from the texture, you see. It's almost a liter, not complete. I'll taste it now. I tasted in between and I thought not too much lemon peel maybe, but a little bit more ginger. So let's see now what happens here. I did not taste the result. Yeah, let's see. Wow. I tasted before the celery note here. It's really wonderful. It gives it a little bit of a smoky flavor. Celery can do that. It's a little bit smoky flavor, wonderful, with kale and a lot of apples. That is important here. The kale is strong, as I said, but the celery gives a really nice touch. Not too much, but very nice. And of course, ginger and lemon. So perfect. You can use a little bit more ginger and maybe a little more lemon. But not too much of the peel, I would say, but that's up to you. Decide for yourself. I show you my juice now. When it flows, you see a nice light green color. It's pretty liquid, not too creamy, like soft fruits. This is a very, very nice and strong juice. The green juice especially, they energize me. Beet and red juices are usually for workout to give you strength, and this is more vibrant, more energizing. There are different ways to express it, I don't know. It's a wonderful juice anyway. Once a week juice fasting, I can highly recommend to get into the flow of life. Make it a rhythm. The life is a rhythm. We have more rhythms to add. We can create. Can design. This is a way for me to design my life and give it a little bit more rest in between for the system. Digestion rests over expanded time from 1 day and 2 nights. It's almost 40 hours or so. Very nice. And then I get more creative, get more to this meditative state of mind. I cleanse itself. Yeah, it's very good, like a house cleansing once a week. That's a cool thing to do. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If so, give me a thumbs up, like my video, subscribe MDV on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. 2 things extra. If you want to join TriYoga Moon Fasting group, there is a Facebook group of the same name, TriYoga Moon Fasting. I post the juice there once a day, once a week, on the calendar with the best dates for fasting and some advice, and we can talk and chat there. And the second thing is, if you have any question, maybe you kind of don't understand my language, I'm not a native speaker in English, do my very best, but if you don't understand anything, or if you are not a native speaker, you're German, maybe you have some, some questions, what did he say now? Just feel free to add a comment, yeah, or send me a message. That's very simple, and we can also talk in German in the chat room. Thanks for watching again. See you soon.